Okay, so sales growth, revenue growth, growth in enterprise value. How do you achieve these things? Well, most people, they approach it through a very singular lens. And that lens is the lens of addition. Okay, obviously you're growing something, you're growing sales, revenue, enterprise value. So therefore, logically and linearly, you think, well, hold on, it has to be done through addition, right? And the addition method is basically more. You need more budget to buy more ads and pay for more SEO work so that you can get more people to the website to see the products and make more sales, right? That makes perfect sense. Like I said, that's logical and it's linear. And so therefore, that's where most people start when it comes to growth. And that's why most people believe that that's the only way that you can grow a company, right? But the problem with that method is that it's very competitive, it burns a lot of cash, and it goes completely against the growth objective, which is actually to make, and generate more cash flow and to grow the cash value, right? So it just doesn't make sense to start there if you're a company that's already moving and making money, right? If you're starting at ground zero, then obviously you need to add more. Okay, you need to add those things in. But if you already got the wheel going, you're already in the flow, then there's a much better way to grow your company. Okay, and that method looks at the opposite way of growing a business. So that method, what I just spoke to you right now, was the addition method. And the other way to grow is called the subtraction method. Now think about this, just coming from the angle of first principles. If there was a reliable way that you had of removing sales friction from within any sales process, then that would allow more sales and growth to take place without needing more budget, ad spend, or even prospects. And yes, more traffic and attention does help or can help with more sales, but if you don't remove the friction that sits there, that's sort of hidden in the sales process, then even when you buy more traffic and more ads, that friction still works against it all. So you have to fix the hidden friction problem first before you start adding more people into the sales funnel or the sales process. Now the solution to this is sorting, like I said, growth into two components rather than one, okay? Addition and subtraction. I've explained the addition part, now let's talk a little bit about the subtraction part, right? Growth work via the subtraction process is all about removal, okay? The opposite way, which I spoke about earlier, is all about addition. This is all about subtraction and removal, okay? This is all about finding out and uncovering all the sales blockages that are stopping people from buying, and then going to work to sort of build around that and remove those blockages so that once you do all that, it allows sales to flow. Now, to be honest with you, this work is not, a lot of people don't know how to do it, and it's deep analytic work. You've got to do the research, it's data-driven work, and to do it correctly, you've got to combine lots of seemingly unlinked disciplines, right, all into one pot. So it's quite hard, it's quite difficult to actually be able to know how to do this work. And because it's rarely understood, it's hardly ever attempted, right? People just don't try it because they don't even think it's possible in the first place. But it is definitely the way to go forward because it's, like I said, it doesn't use any budget. It's all about removal, okay? So you're not adding anything to the funnel, you're not adding more people in, you're not paying for more ads. You actually have to start with figuring out where the sales are being stopped right now, and then actually removing all those blockages. And when you do that, it allows sales to flow. It's a completely new and different way of looking at growth, because it just doesn't make sense. You would never think that, well, to grow you have to remove things, but you actually do, because the actual blockages which are stopping sales from taking place. And when you remove those blockages, your sales will flow, okay? And this is exactly what I think more companies need to be focusing on nowadays, because there's definitely a growth bubble taking place, and this is how you overcome it, okay? Rather than doing what everybody else is doing out there and just copying them and you jumping into that competitive space of buying more ads, you need to take a look internally, look at your systems, look at the messages you're putting out to people, and actually start making sure that you're more aligned. Your sales funnels, your process, your ads, your landing pages, everything, your message, everything that your promise, your USP, all of that has to be completely aligned. And if you're not doing that, I can absolutely guarantee you are wasting money and actually burning hard cash if you're starting to try and add more people into your funnels, okay? So just something to think about right now is something that I've noticed that a lot of people aren't doing. It's very low hanging fruit right now, and I can absolutely guarantee any work that you do thinking about sort of the subtraction and how you can make your sales processes more efficient, I can absolutely guarantee that is the most high impact work that you will do in terms of dollars per hour returned. Okay, I can absolutely guarantee that.